Hey guys, it's me. I just thought I'd share this. Today I gotta go to my son's school and talk about his IEP. Um, it's been hard because I haven't answered my emails, or I just kind of want to stay away from all that electronic stuff, or even answered my phone calls on my phone. Um, because most of the time it's like spamming, and then there were some other things. So I only answer like my sister's calls and my parents' calls. That's it. And then I know I paid bills, so don't even call me about my. I mean, it's kind of like that. When you get into a situation where you're being stalked, I mean, it changes everything. Like, it changes a lot. I'm glad I got the Slack off my phone. um, yeah, I'm so glad I got it off my phone. Um, and I no longer work at my job, but I like my company. I really do. I just don't like the people there. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in what they are doing there. I don't. That's just my opinion. What I went through is shit, is hell. Like, it's really what was going on with me. No one should ever go through. No one. No one. Whether it's for, I don't know, somebody that's jealous, or like some stupid ass relationship, or, they know something I don't, or it's to stop a promotion, or to take one away. No one should go through what I went through. No one. And I already know that this is from work. I already know this is from work. And all this stalking, the feed and all that, but regardless, my thing is I don't want anyone to go through this, because when you're stalked, you lose your sense of self. And to be stalked for almost 10 months, going on 10 months, that's insane. And then they kind of overtake your email. They overtake, I mean, the internet ain't safe. That's an illusion, okay? Like, whatever you put out there, you're going to get that back, in one form or another. But when you're constantly getting reminders, like at work, of what's on the feed, and all of that, and then it's reiterated back to you, because YouTube is my television. It's like I said, it's like Netflix, and they kind of um change the channels on you, and they already switch it to porn and stuff that you're really not even interested in watching, but it's like it's it's bad. It's so bad. you know I mean, you get a lot of hate, and it's like the other day it was violence towards women. That's not good. I'm not. You know how your YouTube works, right? When you put in the search engine, let's say, look at all this, look at all that. You can all of that. You can do that, but you have an all button. Even if I did that, it would go right back to the same thing. Right back to the same thing. If you wanted to do all music, well, they take over all the music. If you wanted to do tarot, then they kind of just switch it to things that align with your situation, which is not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be random. So, it is what it is. I'm already over it. I am over it. But let me read you this thing that happened, but okay. 9 months ago, I have been experiencing stalking on my YouTube feed under this channel named Sharon Likes to Share. It started out with like music and posts that were very familiar to the music and posts I sent this guy, FYI, Mr. B. Okay. Okay. All right. Also, Mr. B was involved in an investigation involving a manager whose name is Miss D. And the allegations were of, white collar crime because Mr. B was asking me questions about the case. He wanted to know because they're friends, right? They're friends. So she asked him, that's how deep they get, y'all. That's how deep they get. So they turn around and they talk to one another and they're like, well, what did she write on that, case? What did she say? Well, he needed to know because we were dating at the time. But, hindsight's 2020. But that's done and over with like a year ago. A year ago. All right. And he shouldn't have been asking, so that's breaking protocol. So already they're infiltrating. Already, it's a big ass no-no. You're supposed to be anonymous. Plus, you're supposed to be anonymous, and that's supposed to be like private. But not in this facility and not in this building. It is not private. It is actually like told to everyone. Everyone. And then you're re-victimized. You literally are re-victimized. Okay? This was a big thing because they sat on it for a long time. They sat on it for a long time. So, all right. Anyway, okay, it was an investigation. All right. They were sitting on the case for several months. So, yeah, that's what I said. So, that's what I said in the game. My suspicions of how the information was leaked is through the head office. My understanding is that all cases are viewed by LP department. I'm sure. Head of the department is, you know who the head of the department is. Also in charge of money and warehouse inventory, of course, because they watch. They're supposed to make things secure for people, but they did not. They ain't doing that. They ain't doing that there. Just like when a principal has the title of principal, right? Within a school, whatever, organization or whatever, you go to that fucking principal and you're telling them, hey, my child, or I have an issue with blankety blank blank, so that they do their job. We don't have that here. We don't have it here. None of it. No concern, no nothing, none of that. We don't have that. So, in a structure where that's not being taken care of, we have lawlessness. It's lawlessness. We have underhandedness. Okay? We have a structure that is not structured. Something's wrong. Something's horribly wrong. Okay, when your needs and your safety and your things need to be kept under, like lock and key. It's kind of like, okay, the CIA is supposed to be like the CIA, right? Or the FBI is supposed to be, you're supposed to be secretive. You're supposed to like hold those things. But I don't know what secrets they have there for their own agenda. Like there's an agenda going on. There's something else going on. Okay, I immediately okay. 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 I reviewed the okay, review the case, Keep. I put the number of the case. Okay, I don't know. I think the case stayed open for 2 years because I never sent in the paperwork, like evidence. I didn't trust, I guess, the person in LP or anyone else about the case. No trust. No trust. During my employment, I transferred to DOK 6 to have a new start. And on the hopes of establishing better career opportunities. When I started, I couldn't do the stowing, but they refused to train me. I had made a complaint to the ops manager at the time. I found it weird that I wasn't getting the same treatment as in this my other facility. Let's say that because I'm not going to say the name. And not getting the opportunities. I finally did get the chance to do problem solving, but was met with some resistance with some of the employees. I did leave that facility and come back to the current facility and not for not getting opportunities. Okay, I finally did Okay. I finally did blah, blah, blah. Okay. During this time, I met someone and started seeing him for a while. One night, I was headed to Tulsa and the phone rings and it's private caller. Okay. That usually is Mr. B. Now, I'm thinking, I always thought that I was, being watched. Like Mr. B always knew where I was, like everywhere. Like he knew when I told him I went to my parents' house, but I was really at the spiritual shop because, usually, if you said that, like people would like judge you anyway. But, know, his demeanor and his eyes lit up and I'm like, "Oh no. I think this guy's like watching me while I'm driving, like from one point to another point, So I knew this person was like, that's literally stalking, right? That's literally stalking somebody. So, right there. So, how? Probably through my SIM card. You don't need, because they have access to it. Okay. That usually is Mr. B because he was totally blocked from my phone. I found it very suspicious that he would call when I was, when I was headed towards Tulsa. Like, yeah, that night he was calling, 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 calling. That night, another night when I was hanging out with my friends, he was calling, 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 calling. Okay? This is like obsession. This is crazy. All right, I found it very suspicious. Okay? That he would call when I was headed somewhere. I think he was tracking me or there was a GPS on my car. So I had suspicions. Like I did have that feeling. Regardless, regardless, it is it regardless, it really concerned me and my well-being. Now for the last 9 months, I have had my feed overloaded with content, music, and other inappropriate posts that I don't even subscribe to. What is also weird is that I will get things at my workstation like pick or stow items will pop up on my feed I will post pictures. I do have pictures of that, like CDs and stuff. and all that. Like, yes, stuff on my feed will coincide with stuff at work. Things that I like stow, things that I like, this is nuts. This is crazy. And I'm like, you know, this is crazy. All right. I the only thing I can connect this to is my SIM card that is connected to the A to Z app. See, once you get the SIM card, like you can access it, that's a lot of power there. It's a lot of power there. So, yeah. I know Amazon has their own computer techs that can help crack this this one open. I can only prove the change of feed to my YouTube as I have made videos documenting this. Yes, I have made videos of documenting this. See, it's kind of funny, and they're probably laughing whenever I would get like irate about these things. They're just laughing, but they're the ones that have the control, but control's an illusion, what they are sending on my feed, what they are projecting, because this is all projection at the end of the day. Okay. This is about the attack as well. Okay. Okay, this is about like the bullying and all that. This is really bad. Okay. This is the biggest so far and the most heinous. All right? This is where my energy got depleted. My energy was just depleted at this point. I could not sustain myself, because it is kind of an injury once you go through something like this. It definitely is a mental, spiritual, physical injury when you have more than one person bullying you. Okay, February the 5th, 2025, I went to Damageland, where I work now. I like it very much. One day, I experienced employee discrimination. Jade and I were signed up for training, picking the wall. As we needed pickers for the back half day shift, Miss E, who was the ambassador who got me and Jade ready to train, I was excited to learn something new because there was still so much I needed to learn. Jade seemed different and not excited about it at all. I just had a weird feeling because I'm intuitive, whatever. I had a weird feeling. Or yeah. I just felt weird. This is how I described the feeling. The feeling was, it was staged, like something was being staged. Okay, that's what I put in here. I did not know that Jade already knew how to pick. She acted like she didn't know. Miss E showed me the scanner, but for some reason we couldn't get any stuff to pick for a long time. Finally, when they gave me the scanner, for some reason we could not get stuff to pick. Finally, when the scanner worked, okay, I did pick a few things. Okay? These things were peanut butter, an artist man where use like sketch and scissors. It was definitely a statement for me, as I already knew something was staged, you know? Miss E typed the instructions on my Slack. That was nice. It was a total of 15 minutes of learning. So, I mean, I couldn't really ask questions if I got stuck on something. Like, she didn't show me that, oh, it had to be put on Slack, you know, on the main thing there. None of that. She didn't show me none of that. There were other things that she needed to show me that she did not. She did not. Plus, from what I gather, I think she's got the power to do stuff the way that she spoke about it. It was okay. It was okay. I was upset. I was upset at this because I felt they didn't want me to learn it. So you're literally not getting, you know, 100% like trained. Now, this is what happened at the other place where the DOK6, where they refused to train me, but they kind of helped me with that. Like the lady had like a different, you know, I guess a change of heart. And then she trained me. And I got a zoo key and everything. Like these motherfuckers. Whatever. Okay. When you are treated this way, this is an indication that you will no longer be working in that department. It is meant for you to feel less of yourself. You can't do your job. You can't do your job if you don't have the knowledge. You can't work right. You are not special enough to be treated like the rest of the team. I felt discriminated against. For what? I don't know. I wish someone could tell me. Miss E was acting, I don't know. Okay. She had a whole different attitude. I even told her like I needed to be trained. I needed to be trained properly. I felt that I wasn't part of a team. I mean, and Miss P asked me to do her wash for her. That was it. That's what you have to like put in there, like how many you picked and all of that. And then that's like the picking wash, I guess. She only did 50. So I wrote in there she did 50. But she wanted me to do her stuff. See, I didn't pick that shit. She did. I didn't pick it. Only pick 3 items. Peanut butter, the artist man, and the scissors. That's all I did. That was symbolistic as I was going to get cut. That's how I took it. You can take it anyway, but this 9 months of this feed bullshit, it's been kind of a lingo at work. It's been kind of a secret language at work. It's been very crazy. It's been very okay, get it together, Sharon. Drama was starting and I didn't understand why. This is one person. I'm one person. And I'm not stupid, but I mean, it was really hard for me to write this as I was crying a lot. I was so drained. I was so drained. But these people aren't focused for work. It's not what they are focused on. It's not work that they are focused on. Okay? This is for anyone that's been through something like this. It's these people that have power in their hands. It's the wrong kind of people. Like the right people in the right slots, right? All right. February the 6th, I went to Damage Land as usual. This would be the most malice experience in my 3 years of working at this facility. I spoke to Miss J and wanted to talk to her and ask her if there was anything wrong with her. Like we were having a little bit of a beef. She was just as nice when I went there, but I couldn't understand her beef with me. So, like when your coworkers like that, you kind of maneuver, but I really wanted to understand, if there was anything that I did, for her to even act that way. Because if I'm asking you because I know I didn't fucking do something. All right. All right. So if I had done something to her to make her mad, yeah, she had been giving me the cold shoulder for a while, but I knew that something was said about me. So we're talking about slander, we're talking about lies, we're talking about all this shit. She had been giving, yeah, okay. I felt like we had a good conversation and we were cool. Little did I know. Well, yeah, I wrote it down. Little did I know we were not as cool as I thought we were. They started out, Jade was constantly coming up to me wanting me to do stuff. Also bringing me totes with items in it, which was weird because I mean, you stay in your lane and I'll stay in my lane. But it was something was in those totes there were messages in those totes. I know. It's sick. It really is. And, okay. I don't know why. As she was in the back processing and I was in the front on the desk working, Jade's attitude got a little aggressive, and it did, and standoffish towards me. Jade would come up and then talk really fast and walk away. Also staged. Yeah, I'm telling you it's staged because it's like lights, camera, action. Get ready. Get ready for the fall. The thing that made me super sensitive was that Jade was on Daisy's team, because that morning, like, it was kind of like an uproar. Like, you know, I don't know what it was, but I did not know that Jade was on Daisy's team or Miss D's team. I didn't know that. I had like, that was my concern, and then I was switched to, somebody else's team that day. So I thought that was really weird because she said that she didn't know her. She didn't know Miss D. Jay didn't know Miss D. Lies, lies, lies. For what? I don't know. For what? I don't know. Anyway, okay, yeah. Jay told me she did not know her. I came to find out that we are all put on Mr. S's team when I was on Mr. J's team. I noticed that Mr. J was not as nice. I got less and less interaction. Not happy to see me at all. All this was suspicious to me. As the day went on, Jade was super rude and rolling her eyes at me, not really talking to me at all, even Miss J. Like, they were being so rude. They were being so rude to me. like negative, like if you knew negative energy, that was it. I did not do anything to them. None of it. None. I didn't understand why I was being treated this way because they wanted me to feel that. It wasn't with happiness, it wasn't with kindness. It wasn't like you feel when you're working like that and you're getting treated like that, you know. You know. Just like the water experiment, you assholes. That's exactly what was going on. I didn't do anything to anyone. I have heard all of the talk about other people in such negative way. They were the ones talking negative to me. It was like, they were talking negative about people. They were, saying negative things about people, but that's the workplace. But not as vicious as these two bitches. And I wasn't engaging at all. It's so much drama. Like, I didn't care about that. I just wanted to work. Why was I getting treated like this? Miss E came over and talked to me. I just kept my mouth shut and listened to her excuse about me not getting trained long enough. The only thing I said to her was, I have to get trained properly. I would like to be treated equally. And when I said that, I saw a higher up, Mr. C, the black one, go by me. He walked by me when she was talking to me. All right. The only thing I said to her was, I have to get trained properly. I would like to be treated like everyone. I would like to be treated like everyone. I would like to be treated like everyone equally. Equally. I need to do this. I need to do my job efficiently. Miss E told me to go talk to Mr. J. I didn't even respond at all because I wasn't going to tell Mr. J. Why? From there, it got worse as people from other departments brought over totes, two at a time. The people were rude and I sure, okay. The people were rude. The stuff in the totes had a significant meaning, so I tried not to look and and put things together. I noticed that Jade would lead me off my desk, and there would be totes put there when I got back. Yeah, they were putting totes there as I would come back. Somebody's telling her on her fucking computer to do this to me. So this bitch is taking orders. I wonder why she don't have her little girl. Oh well, that's not me. Those are the kinds of people they got up there. All right. I noticed that Jade would lead me off my desk and there would be totes put there when I got back. There was a pair of totes with the sticker that says DF to problem to problem whatever that hell. It's a cleaning company. DF is divine feminine. So I took those stickers, put them on my back, but I was also grateful because I wasn't fucking crazy that these people had something to do with this feed. I knew then I was being stalked on my YouTube and watched. I finally had confirmation that I was not crazy. Thank you, Jesus. I think I started to cry. Of course, you're getting a lot of negative energy. You need to, and When I was crying, I was looking at my phone because I know whoever's on that goddamn monitor is watching me. They're watching me and watching my behavior and watching what I would do. They were getting off on it. Okay? Shit. They were getting off on it. And when I looked at my phone, this thing came up and they're like, I see your pain. I see your pain. And then some other things. But I also responded on my phone, and it's going to be on that day. I was like, why do you want to kill what's inside? Why do you want to hurt what's inside? Why do you want to kill what's inside? And I knew then that they were after the way that I am, the way that I'm just natural, that I am naturally. Because everything in the totes were to attack the way that I looked, you know? I mean, I don't care. I like the way I look. I love myself. So that's what they were trying to like destroy. So that's all I can say. I don't know what else to say about it. All right, the DF is a referring to divine feminine because I watch tarot, and that is the term we use. I guess they watch tarot too. I would characterize this as bullying because we do not use words like this in Amazon or sorry, in the facility. We don't do that. We don't type those things out. It's definitely like you'll see it on the video, like who's the one that put it there. All right. You can always watch the video to check out to put who put them there and who ordered them to do it and why. Jade called the team to get the pallets of soda out of decant, and at this point I didn't feel like helping. I didn't feel like helping. It wasn't going to I wasn't I w- If I wasn't going to be treated with respect, I did not see why I needed to help. I should help. You're right. You get what you give. You get what you give. They beat me down. I cried a little. I just did not I just did not know why I was being treated this way. I think I ended up helping met with cold attitudes. I went back to my desk and just started working. I needed help to make the ISS tickets, and that girl helped me. I only saw Jade do it once, and she did it pretty fast. I did not remember. I don't remember like that. I'm 51 years old. Like I don't learn like that. I've never learned like that really. You know, when Miss A, she helped me, and that was really nice of her to do, and she showed me how to do it and everything. It was so great. Awesome. But her attitude changed whenever she went back there with Jade and then came back. Like it just changed. All right. Yeah, her attitude changed when she talked to her. So it was like poison, you know? Let's poison the environment. All right. This was kind of like I had the last straw because you're getting this negative energy all day. Like it was the last fucking straw for me. All right. All right. So, okay, I just had enough. Okay. Okay, I did not like that. I saw Jade over by the trash. I got my stuff because I was ready to leave by then. I needed to go. I got my stuff and asked her why she did not tell me about her being on Daisy's team. She was talking pretty fast. Jade was talking so fast. She mentioned Rodell, and that was okay, and that he no longer was there. I did not ask her about that. Why she would even mention it is a surprise to me. Rodell was my manager that I told about what happened about the angel tree too. I wonder what the lie is about, what the lie was about me. I mean, I'm just wondering what it is. As I was there talking to Jade, Miss J and Miss A came up. So they were like surrounding me. At this point, I already had enough of everyone. I was glad to have had the printouts from the stickers on my bag. It made me feel that I wasn't crazy. When I got to the car, that is when I started like tearing up. I drove to the police station because I didn't know what to do. I felt very like terrorized. I felt very bad. I felt like I needed to feel safe or at least talk to someone, but it happened in Tulsa County. So, um I couldn't I was in, my, in Claremore, so it was two different districts, I mean, no one should be treated like this at work. No one. No one. So even when even even being there, even being there and like having to go to a machine and all of that, I think picking is where I felt really safe. But probably with this incident and this happening and severely doing that, like I could not even go to LP. I cannot do that. You cannot even go. You can't, don't trust anyone. If LP is the one that's supposed to protect people, make them feel safe, I'm telling you, you can't do that there because they're in on it. They're in on it. They're the ones watching from the monitor. They're watching from the monitor. So there's a problem, and it's a huge fucking problem, a huge problem. And there's been 2 suicides in that place. Too bad they weren't strong enough to like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it all has something to do with something, but I'm going to tell you, 2 opposing parties aren't going to get along. So there must be some corruption going on there. Something big. But I don't want anybody else to go through something like this. And I'm sure like and Mr. B knows this. Like the last time he saw me, he just kind of walked by whistling. Like I don't care. I don't care. Like it's already done over. Like I think it is kind of like that little niche, but that look, I've been through enough. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, and that doesn't it just proves to me I made the right decision about that person. Okay? That's all it proves to me. Like, go on with yourself. Go on down the road. I don't care about you. But you want me to care. I care about myself. I care about other people. I care about the workplace. Is that bad? All right, guys. I got to get ready. I got to go, do this IEP thing, but I just needed to share that like this whole thing has been crazy. No one should be no one in the workplace should be treated like this. Imagine having that many people. It was an army. Really. I just wow. I must be that powerful. All right, guys, it's it.